Hello, everyone. My name is Jade, and this is my new Minecraft world that I've started. So let's just get started by punching a tree. But wait, this isn't exactly where we started the world. So this is where we start our Minecraft world. We're starting in version 1.21.1, and we're playing with two mods installed. So we're playing with the FreeCam mod and the Replay mod. This is really just for the video aesthetic. I don't want to change the gameplay that much, though I'm thinking about adding Vanilla Tweaks anti-Enderman griefing. And there's one game rule that I want to change before we get started. So we go into game rules and we'll go down to world updates and we'll change update fire to off. So this will make sure none of our buildings get burned down by like lightning strikes or something. So for the seed, we do have a seed that we've chosen. This is it here. And you may ask, Jade, how did you choose this seed? Well, I'll show you. So to find our Minecraft world, I use Chunkbase, and this is Chunkbase. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. You can enter your seed up here at the top, so any Minecraft seed, and it'll generate a map or an overview of your world. It gives you all these features that you can choose from, like you can choose to show all the villages in your world, or if you click on Stronghold, it'll show you where all the strongholds are in your world. But for this search, I turned off everything except for biomes and spawn point. Because I want to be able to find all these things as we play, I don't want to know them right at the start. But for biomes, it's important that this world has all the biomes, or as many of the biomes as we can, close to spawn. Because the goal with this world is to build nations or kingdoms and put them in the different biomes and have them connected by roads, and we don't want the world to get too big. So for the map size, I chose about 3,000 north and 3,000 south of spawn. I felt like that was a good size. And then I went down here and clicked on terrain because this will show you the rivers better. And then from there, I just hit random until I found a world that I liked. I did that for about an hour before I found this one that we're going to go with. So this is our world. You'll see where we spawned in a savanna biome. I like this world because it has all of the tree variants close to spawn. So you spawn in the savanna for the acacia. You're right next to a forest for the birch and the oak. There's a spruce forest up here. And then there's a mangrove swamp here, a jungle here, and a cherry blossom grove right here. So all the tree variants are right here around spawn. And then I also liked it because it's got all the biomes close by. So there's a large desert to the south, and then up to the north is an icy area. I thought that was cool because the further south you go, the hotter it gets. The further north you go, the colder it gets. Over here, there's a large plains biome. So I definitely want to turn this into like a medieval kingdom where we have a bunch of castles. I'm really excited to build castles in this world. And then over here to the east, I want to build like an Eastern-inspired kingdom in these mountains. But just looking at the map, that's the only plans that I have right now. It has a lot of varying biomes, so that's why I chose it overall. And if y'all want to get in there and look at it, this is the seed, and y'all can explore and see if there's any cool spots to build. So that's how we decided on this seed. And now we're good to start our world. We just need to rename it. We're playing survival, and we're going to go difficulty hard. And now we can create the new world that we're going to play in forever. Alright, so we spawned right next to a village. And I've taken this blacksmith house over as my own. The tree that we had chopped down was just right here. And then I heard the familiar and came over this hill. And sure enough, there's a large village. It is pretty large. It goes all the way down here. So we have alleviated the village of all of its hay bales so we could get food. See, it goes all the way down there to the river. And I've been down there as well to block off all the villagers and their houses because we want to save them. We have a couple farms that we want to make, and we definitely want to make a villager trading hall. Luckily, the village actually came with a pen for cows. It had cows inside, so we're starting to populate that. And I brought in some sheep too and made a pen for them. Yeah, as the sun was going down, we blocked off all the villagers in their houses because we want to make an iron farm first and foremost. I think that's the most important farm for the early game. This is all the stuff that we collected from the village. So we did get 3 diamonds so we can make a diamond pick. We got 1 piece of iron, which we crafted into a shield. Our next task is to go down into the caves. Not something I really like to do. But it's a necessary evil because we need iron for the farms that we're going to make. So definitely going to dig down around spawn. I'd like to be in the spawn chunks when we build the farms. So it'll be nice if all those areas are lit up. We're going to need... There's a zombie around here somewhere. We're going to need some torches for sure. So... this looks like a good amount to start with. And then we've got enough stone here to make some new picks because we're definitely going to need those. But we need iron so we can suit up, and we need iron for hoppers and stuff to make the iron farm. So that's the goal here. I'll bring you back in if there's anything exciting that happens. But we're probably just going to dig down right about here. I think this is where the tree was. So it should be right where we spawned in. And hopefully we do not die and find a lot of stuff. Oh, there's some iron already. Skeleton? Alright, I'll see you later. Well, I died. Twice. But it was worth it because we did get a lot of stuff. We were able to get full iron armor, so that's a plus. And then we were able to get all of this stuff here in this chest. A ton of copper, some lapis, redstone, and we got some iron. I think enough for the farm. So all that's good. We got all that. We weren't able to get any diamonds, and there is a reason for that. We ran into something. But yeah, we died twice. First time, it was to a creeper. I had the shield up, and I had torches in the other hand. And when the creeper came, I was also using stairs here at the start, and then I decided just to go down with a ladder. But yeah, I was using torches, and then when the creeper came, I tried to use the shield, but I just started spamming torches all over the place. So we picked up the first death from a creeper, and then going back trying to get our stuff, we died to a skeleton. Very unfortunate. But we found these caves that we were going through, and one of the places that we were caving in, happened to look down and see, yeah, an ancient city right below where we spawned. Like, what are the chances of that? So if we go into free cam here, we can look at ourselves. And then, yeah, there's an ancient city right below the village that we're in. It's huge. I've actually never done one of these. If we go all the way up, we can see where it's located. It's just right here underneath the village. And it's a huge ancient city. I've never seen one in Minecraft before. I've played on versions prior to when this came out. So, yeah, I have no interest right now trying to take on any wardens or anything. But in the future, maybe we could find some good loot here. I just thought it was really cool that we ran into it. We will have to find another place to get diamonds, though. All right, so we want to find our spawn chunks. Let's first make ourselves a compass, because the compass is always going to point you towards the spawn chunk of your world. So this is step one, and we know it's somewhere over here to the right. So we'll follow the compass. It really should be like right around here somewhere. Oh. You gotta find where it starts spinning around. Huh? Oh, we're getting close. Somewhere around here. Okay. Right. I think right here. So we'll mark this block. And then on your keyboard, you can press F3G, and it shows the chunk borders in your world. So this is one full chunk. And did we get this right? I feel like it's this top one. Yeah, it's actually this one here. All right, so your spawn chunks, the chunks that will always stay loaded in your world, is going to be this one here, and then each one adjacent to it. So this one here and this one here. So we know we have to build our iron farm within these chunks here. So let's get started. I died again. This time, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I thought that I could ride in the boat with the zombie down the hole, but that was our third death on this world. Luckily, we were able to finish the iron farm, though. And this is it. It's a design by JC Plays. So I'll link his video in the description. Yeah, but it'll always be running here in the spawn chunk, so we should get a lot of iron over to... This is why I want to disable... Oh, shoot. This is why I want to disable Endermen in the world, because they just go around wrecking everything you build. Not really what you build, but I hate just walking by and seeing like a dirt block that's just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. So we're definitely going to install a mod that disables them from picking up blocks. But this is the Iron Farm. Yeah, it's by JC Plays. It was released like last month. So it's a good design, I think. It was really easy to build. We cleared out this space underground. I wanted to build it underground so it wouldn't impact the look of the overworld up there. Yeah, this is the first step in a bunch of progress in this world. So we're not going to finish this first episode without building something. We found this little low-lying area over here, and this is where we're going to build the first settlement in our world. It's right over to the east from where we started in the village over there. And I think this area is going to be a fishing village. This looks like a river here, but it's actually a lake with an island in the middle. And I think the people of this village are going to be fishermen. So let's get to work on building the first little house here. Alright, this is the house that we built. I think it turned out pretty decent. If I had one issue with it, it would be it's got way too much oak involved. I think the next big thing that we need to do in this world is go out and get all of the different types of trees, especially spruce, because I was building this pier and using a whole lot of campfires, and I tried to mix in oak planks, but they stood out too much. I think spruce would look a lot better if we threw a couple of those in here, and definitely include spruce in the other buildings that we build in this village. But as for this one building here, I think it turned out pretty good. We went with the slanted roof made out of mud brick, and that's kind of like if the weather was to come off the water here, you want the roof slanted. And we also put it a few blocks off the ground, so in case this area might flood, it can stay off. So doing things like that, trying to keep it realistic. I don't like when the grass comes right up to the water, so I use path blocks and mud here, and I think that turned out pretty decent. We'll continue this path throughout the rest of the village as we build. But up here it has everything that you would need in a starter base, just a bed, a crafting table, and a furnace. But I don't think we're ever going to use this building for anything. In this chest, it's going to be the home of our first ever pickaxe and the rare tall grass that we got from the village. But that's it. And that'll probably conclude this first episode. I know there were some audio issues earlier in the video. I was going back and editing, and I heard a lot of popping in the P's. So I think I got that fixed with the mic. And of course, as this series goes on, we'll work on improving things like audio and visuals and hopefully improving my builds. It's just kind of the whole point of the series is just to document improvement. But definitely, if anyone's watching, feel free to make suggestions in the comments. We're going to do a lot of lore in this world. So I want every building kind of to have a backstory, or at least every settlement to have its own story. So if you have any names for settlements, like if you want to name this fishing village that we're going to build, share them in the comments. And if you've got anything else, like any ideas of things to build in the world, make sure to share them too. I'm going to try to release an episode every week, though sometimes it may be 3 a month. That might be a little bit more realistic. Yeah, so in the next episode, we'll tackle finishing up this village, and I want to build a bone meal farm as well, and eventually we'll have to get the villager trading going with the villagers that we found. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll see y'all in the next one.